Hello, Great Life Church, wherever you're listening to me from. The reason why I say wherever is because you could be listening to me from one of three locations. Either you're at Great Life 310, which is where we are right now here at the Carson Civic Center, where we have service once a month, or you're listening in from 808, where I am physically this morning, or maybe you're part of our 684 location that's listening in. Whether you're at Great Life 310, 684, or 808, I believe that God's blessings is upon you because of the mandate that He's given to us as a church. Most of the New Testament was made up of letters that Paul wrote to the church. He wrote to churches in Thessalonica, in Ephesus, in Galatia, in different places. And I'm privileged and honored to be a part of a church that believes in church planting. If you're listening to me right now, I want to say this to you. Amos chapter 8 verse 11 says that there's a prophecy that goes something like this. In the last days, there will be a hunger not for bread, a thirst not for water, but there will be a craving for the word of God. And people will come from all over the place to look for the true word of God, which is the bread of life. Which is, I believe, why I believe in planting the local church. I believe that when people come to the local church, whether it's at 310, 808, or 684, there's got to be bread in the house. So that's why I've taken this opportunity to stop by your service wherever you are and ask that you who has made Great Life your home, or maybe you're visiting the service today, I want to ask that you join in with me and pray for the harvest. Pray that when people come to our churches, there's bread in the house. Pray that the Lord would raise up spiritual bakers, people who are going to bake the bread of life. Whether it's bread to be served to young kids, or bread to be served to the next generation of leaders, which is youth and young adults, or maybe it's bread that's served to women or mothers, men or fathers, husbands. I pray that Great Life is that church. Great Life becomes a church that believes in creating a great atmosphere for a great God to touch great people. There are many people who are not here yet in this church. And the only reason they're going to come is if you invite them. I want to encourage you. Pastor Debbie and I are going to do what God has called us to do. We're going to preach the gospel from this pulpit. But you need to do what God has called you to do. And that is bring people into the church. As we're winding down in the month of April, getting ready to go into the super incredible month of May, I'm asking you to partner up with me and pray in the harvest. Pray in your lost loved ones from the west, the east, the north, and the south. And let's believe that God has called us for such a time as this to do a great work. Pray for other neighboring churches. Pray for other pastors, other people that are doing the same work that we are. You know, it's not just one church that God's going to use to bring in this end time harvest. It's going to be many churches who understand the value of prayer. Jesus said, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. And then what did He tell us? He instructed us. He said, pray ye therefore to the Lord of the harvest, that He would send forth laborers into His harvest. I'm believing God that He's moving on the hearts of people all over the world right now to jet set to 310, or to maybe go to 684, or settle in 808 for a few years so that they can help with this harvest that is so great. I'm so glad to be a part of you. If Pastor Debbie was here with me, she'd be right here. My arm would be over her shoulder, because you know what? We both believe that, you know what? When we come together, that's a good beginning. When we work together, that's progress. But when we grow together and we reach together, that's success. I don't want to just see progress at Great Life. I want to see success. And success is when those who haven't heard hear. Those who haven't been reached are reached. Those who are not loved right now are loved. So I pray that as you get ready for your service, man, the Spirit of God would fill you so much that your heart would be drawn to the harvest. Let your heartstrings go past the four walls of the building that you are in right now. And let's together, as Great Life 808, Great Life 310, Great Life 684, begin to reach until God calls us to start another great life, whatever it is, we're believing God for great things. I love you. I'm proud to be your pastor, and I'm thankful that God has called us to this end time harvest along with other churches around us. Have a great service. God bless you.